Now, West African countries, including Ghana, have reaffirmed their resolve to improve maritime safety within the sub-region. To this end, member states met at the 22nd Board of Governors meeting at the Regional Maritime University to express commitment to ensuring a viable regional maritime economy.
Board of Governors meeting at the Regional Maritime University saw transport ministers from West Africa reaffirm their country's commitment to ensuring a stronger blue economy. Ngali Bihehe Ernest is the Transport Minister for Cameroon.
I adhere to the opinion that maritime administrations can help to enhance vocational guidance counseling in this vital sector. Sections could be organized to inspire young people and highlight the vast range of opportunities therein.
On his part, Transport Minister for the Gambia, Imani Jobe, explained that despite some security challenges in the maritime sector, the Regional Maritime University will be equipping students with needed skills to remain competitive.
On a similar note, may I express my appreciation of the invaluable work of the RMU administration and faculty, and not the least for organizing this board session, for their hospitality, and for making our stay congenial thus far.
Meanwhile, Deputy Transport Minister for Ghana, Titus Glover, touted government achievement to ensuring a safer maritime economy.
Over the years, Board of Governors have considered critically the challenges facing the institution and have adopted appropriate strategies and plans that have resulted in remarkable levels of achievement of this great institution.
This office complex was commissioned by Dr. Chancellor.
Now, moving on to one of our top stories tonight, the Auditor General, Daniel Demelevo, is urging government to put in place systems to curb corruption at the basic level to help safeguard public funds. According to the Auditor General, this will ensure funds are not wasted before the issues of corruption are addressed. He was speaking at a public lecture on a landmark case between Occupy Ghana and the Attorney General in 2017.
The landmark ruling by the Supreme Court in 2017 saw the Supreme Court grant all relief sought by pressure group Occupy Ghana in respect of the Auditor General's powers of disallowance and surcharges. According to the court, the Auditor General must issue disallowance and surcharges in respect of all state monies found to have been expended contrary to law. But speaking on the sidelines of the lecture on the ruling, Auditor General Daniel Demelevo said measures must also be taken to curb corruption at its roots.
Prevention is always better than cure. I don't think we as a people we want to live in a situation where the money is abused before we go for it. So we need to put systems in place to prevent the abuse. That is what brings about sharp development in any economy. So that's why we chose this topic, to draw attention to the fact that we should not live in a situation where we allow people to abuse the public funds, then later on we go for them. Let us bring to the fore what we call deterrence. Let's scare people away from the public funds. Let's put system in place to prevent it. Let's expose them so that our resources will be used to serve national interests.
Legal practitioner Asan Kuma stressed that auditors in the public space needed to be well resourced to allow them to carry out their work judiciously.
The Auditor General just confirmed that he's been able to have 400 people since he took office who are out there doing the work. That's the kind of thing we want to see. Resource the agencies, give the special prosecutor the resources that he requires to hire the people to do the investigations and to do the prosecution. Give the CID, EOCO, the kind of resources they require to do the work. Because ultimately, if they are well resourced, they do the work. They just don't stay at home. That's one. The second issue is enforce the law. That if the law has been breached, then the matters will have to be taken to their logical conclusion.
Meanwhile, Vice President Dr. Bawumia touted government's digitization agenda aimed at helping curb corruption.
We have embarked on a process of digitization and formalization of the public sector. The introduction of national ID cards is going to be very important because that forms the basis of a major integrated database system that we are putting together in Ghana. Hopefully, by the first quarter of next year, that process of the national ID card issuance should be complete, and then we will be able to link that database, your unique national ID, to your GRA, to your National Health Service, to your police records, and all of that. We will have a major integrated database so that we will all be visible in the system. And that is really at the heart of also fighting corruption.
The anniversary lecture was under the theme From Surcharging to Safeguarding, Next Steps in the Fight to Protect the Public Purse. For Joy Business, Sheila Tamaklu reporting.
Now, Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta has given the assurance of meeting the year's revenue target despite first quarter challenges. The minister gave the promise at Malabo in Equatorial Guinea at the ongoing African Development Bank meetings. George Affe has been engaging the minister on this issue and others, and he files the story.
On the financial data for the first quarter of this year, government should have mobilized almost 12 billion Ghana cedis in domestic revenue. However, it ended that period with just a little over 10 billion Ghana cedis. This has reignited concerns that the country could once again end the year not meeting its revenue target. This could impact negatively on government's expenditure and even funds that has been earmarked for some infrastructure projects in the country. But speaking to Joy Business in Malabo, Equatorial Guinea, on the sidelines of the ongoing annual Africa Development Bank meetings, Finance Minister said that the situation should be corrected before the end of this year, based on some reforms that they are currently undertaking to deal with the challenges in the revenue sector.
It's kind of below target, so that helps us a bit. But you know that we are having to spend quite a bit on energy and security, which are new items that have emerged. But those are items that you have to spend on, and so that those are precious for the economy. But my suspicion is that we will make up, with some measures. We are hoping, before September. We are gearing ourselves up to find the resources for that.
On the recent changes with personnel at the Ghana Revenue Authority, which saw government appoint 3 new commissioners and moved around more than 1,000 staff, the Finance Minister noted that these changes were needed to deal with the serious revenue shortfalls in that area.
We are at about 12.5% of revenue to GDP, and we really should be close to, maybe 20. So if you look at an organization that, rakes in north of 37 billion, and you are 12.5%, and you should be around 20, that's another, maybe 10 odd billion that could come in, if we manage this thing right, and it's a human factor.
However, some analysts have argued that the human factor may not be the major reason for the revenue hedges, but government should work on the structural challenges which are making it difficult to mobilize the required revenue for the state. According to the 2019 budget, government should be able to mobilize some 58 billion Ghana cedis by December. But some analysts have argued that based on the numbers so far, the Finance Ministry could struggle to hit this projected target by the end of this year.
Deputy Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Maxwell Opoku-Afari, has hinted that the recent bond issued by government to settle some debts in the energy sector under the Energy Sector Levy Act has been fully subscribed by domestic market players. This development, he says, is an indication that local private sector players are getting attracted to the bond market as a result of prudent measures introduced by the central bank. Dr. Afari was speaking at the Ghana EU Business Forum in Accra on the topic, the challenges of the monetary policy and markets development in Ghana.
We need to broaden the scope of government financing needs without crowding out the private sector through the development of a liquid bond market. The government is doing that by working to extend the yield curve of the domestic bond market, working to bring on other pension funds and the private sector to participate in the government bond market. By extending the yield curve and also by reprofiling the government debt, what we've seen is that interest rates are, the yield curve is beginning to align properly with a lower interest rate at the bottom end. As we move on into the higher tenor bonds, you see a higher interest rate. And this is beginning to shape the domestic market, beginning to attract a lot of private investors domestically to participate in the domestic market in Ghana. For example, the government issued a 6 billion Ghana cedi ESLA bonds, and almost 98% of those bonds were taken up by domestic participants. In fact, there was no foreign participation in the ESLA bonds. That shows the depth and the level of appetite that we have in the domestic market, and we're working very hard to ensure that this market develops to support the financing of government activities in Ghana.
In other news tonight, liquefied petroleum gas marketers say scrapping taxes on the commodity is crucial in government's bid to create jobs. Vice Chairman of the LPG Marketers Association, Gabriel Kumi, observes user saturation will, however, derail the job creation agenda. He told a stakeholder forum on cylinder recirculation in Kumasi the first step to achieving the objective is for government to reduce prices.
Executive of National Petroleum Authority, Hassan Tampuli, debunks assertion cylinder recirculation will result in job losses. He reviewed the rollout of the policy will rather give over 4,000 people employment.
Direct job creation is estimated to be over 4,500 in relation to new jobs under the actors of the new value chain and door-to-door delivery service. This does not affect current jobs of LPG bulk transporters, LPG bulk distribution companies, and LPG bulk storage companies.
Mr. Kumi, however, insists it's impossible to realize such objectives if government fails to court more users.
LPG is a product with finite demand. What that simply means is that if you need one bottle a month, you can be a CEO of LPG with championing for access. You can never say because you want the quality to succeed or you want the product to be used more, you are going to consume 2 bottles. You just need 1 bottle. What that simply means is that the current users of LPG, the current market is saturated. The only thing we can do to increase consumption of LPG is to rope in new users of the product. But unfortunately, these new users have been priced out of the market. They are not able to afford the product. So the only way to increase penetration, to increase access, and to increase consumption is to ensure that the price of the product comes down.
The cylinder recirculation model seeks to provide direction on marketing and distribution of LPG in safe and efficient manner. It is to facilitate increased access to LPG nationwide. Government aims to ensure at least 50% of Ghanaians have access to safe, clean and environmentally friendly LPG for increased domestic, commercial and industrial use by 2030. Some stakeholders share their thoughts of Joy Business.
As a matter of fact, the policy in a way is not bad, but I'm having a problem with availability. I've been in this business. I'm an employee to the company. I'm from Sigma Cylinder Manufacturing Company. I'm the branch manager in Kumasi. Upon our effort to make sure every corner of the country have cylinders, we still have shortage most of the time. And as we all know about government work in Ghana, what will be the zeal of the workers?
Meanwhile, Mr. Kumi hinted litigation between marketers and MPA will be settled out of court, for which he urges the authority to collaborate. For JoyNews, Kwesi.
Now, EcoBank Ghana is urging relevant institutions to improve on education and awareness on voluntary blood donation in the country. The call follows concerns by the National Blood Transfusion Service that many Ghanaians shy away from donating blood voluntarily. Now, Managing Director of EcoBank Ghana, Dan Saki, made the call when the bank, with Nestle and NS Chemists, launched a donation campaign to mark World Blood Donor Day, which is celebrated on June 14 every year on the theme Save Blood for All.
14 every year is World Blood Donor Day according to the World Health Organization. The theme for this year's celebration is Save Blood for All. According to EcoBank Ghana, the sustainability of its business is determined by the health of customers, hence the decision to embark on the blood donation project. The bank is therefore partnering with Nestle Ghana, NS Chemist and the National Blood Transfusion Services to create awareness about the need to donate blood voluntarily.
Interested in the well-being of our communities, the well-being of our population, from which we draw our client base. We believe that a healthy population will be a healthy group that will then be able to benefit from our banking services, for which we also intend to grow. I think it's important that we work together to improve the awareness. Most people are not aware of what you need to do to be able to donate. Most people are not even aware that you can donate voluntarily on a regular basis, at least 3 times in a year. And we need to improve the education aspect of that. We need to put more information out there for our people so that people will donate on their own on a voluntary basis. So that when you need blood, that is not the day you are called upon to donate. When you need blood, blood will be available in the various blood banks to be able to meet the needs of our health population.
Brand and Communications Manager of NS Chemist, Sharon Enim, tells Joy Business the decision to partner with EcoBank was a paramount one.
And as an organization, we believe that we should lead by example. So our aim is to be socially responsible as well as to give back to society. And in so doing, our main objective is to improve health in Ghana. So we usually take part in activities that help to promote health as well as save lives, and activities that are aimed at improving and promoting health in Ghana. So that is why we partnered with EcoBank, so that we can take opportunity of the partnership to help save lives as well as to improve health in Ghana.
In demonstration of the bank's commitment towards contributing to quality health, staff of the bank and its affiliates are donating blood in 4 key centers across the country.
Now, a community school in the Yendi municipality of Science and Technology has introduced skills training to equip its students with jobs even before they leave school. The skills training, first of its kind, includes smoke making and barbering, amongst others.
The founder of the college, Nathaniel Adams Jr., who announced this at the launch of the school skills training in Yendi in the northern region, said the college has introduced skills training to equip the kids with entrepreneurial skills even before they leave junior high school.
This is to get our kids off the streets after school. This is to give them skill. This is to develop the mind of entrepreneurship, creativity. We are a science institution. We are developing the interests of the children in the sciences. So this is what we are trying to do. Right from GSS, our students are capable of making life for themselves, and that is what we are doing. So before they get to high school, they can work to support their parents, to support them in high school.
Mr. Adams Jr. said most people in the area do not have money, and so the school assesses better in terms of fees.
We are located at a place where if you want to make education paid for in cash, then a lot of people will be deprived of quality education. And we believe that we offer quality education that must not just come to a few who are privileged. And so we have opened the door. And this is to allow farmers and everyone, I mean people who rear cattle, sheep, goats, everything, to be able to offer their children the best of education. That's why we're doing this. And so the school accepts better.
Some of the children shared with JoyNews reasons why they chose various skills.
I'm doing it in case maybe in future if I'm not yet employed, I can be doing this small so that I have enough money start and teach other people. Sometimes I go to there are some shops closing down, so I go there to some bubble. Because they give me some.
What do you want to do with this money you are getting? Small.
Sometimes I used to buy some vegetables, like I buy shoes, I buy.
All right, from Yendi and back to Accra. Thanks for watching Business Live tonight. My name is Darryl Carr. There's more news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. You want to visit that website and get updated on the latest business news. Thanks for watching. We are back same time next week.